Hello and welcome to ANSMLS first episode of the podcast series 2026. I am Dr. Ashwini Kumar Nepal, President of American Nepal Society for Medical Laboratory Sciences. American Nepal Medical Laboratory Sciences or ANSMLS was established in 2023 and is currently registered in Ohio, United States. ANSMLS brings laboratory professionals together to a common platform, and it strives to achieve excellence in laboratory medicine. Our mission is to advance laboratory sciences in the US and Nepal through networking, knowledge, and collaboration. Our vision of the organization is established for scientific, educational, charitable, and cultural purposes. With that being said, we are excited to announce our first podcast speaker for this series, Mr. Rohit Bhandari. Mr. Bhandari is the past president of ANSMLS. On behalf of ANSMLS, we congratulate Mr. Bhandari on a successful tenure. Mr. Bhandari did his Bachelor of Science in Medical Laboratory Technology from BP Koirala Institute of Health Sciences, Dharan, Nepal in 2010 and Masters of Science in Medical Laboratory Sciences from University of Rhode Island, United States in 2015. He worked as a medical laboratory technologist in hematology lab at Cleveland Clinic Laboratory from 2017 to 2022 in Cleveland, Ohio. Since 2022, he works as a clinical laboratory manager at Kettering Health, Hamilton, Ohio. Mr. Bhandari is also involved in social and community activities. And Mr. Bhandari is the immediate past president of NSMLS. Let's welcome Mr. Bhandari on this show. Welcome, Rohit.
Thank you, Ashwiniji.
So, thus I want to tell you a little bit about our mentorship program. ANSMLS has recently launched its mentorship program. We hope our members will benefit by signing up to this mentorship program. And this program is currently on a rolling basis and is free for ANSMLS members. And I'm excited to announce that Mr. Bhandari is also one of the mentors for the current program. So with that being said, I would like to start with the first question to our speaker today. Mr. Bhandari, we are very honored and it's a pleasure to have you on this show. So we would like to know, what do you value most in the effect of mentorship in your laboratory medicine journey?
Thank you again, Ashwiniji. What I value most about mentorship is clarity and confidence. Laboratory medicine is highly technical, like fast-paced and directly tied to the patient's safety. Early in my career, mentorship helped me see beyond the bench. It helped me understand the why behind our processes, quality standards, and leadership decisions. A strong mentor does not just teach you how to perform a task, they teach you how to think, and also they help you develop judgment, professionalism, and resilience. In my journey toward leadership, mentorship helped me move from being task focused to being system focused, understanding workflow productivity, compliance, and obviously the team dynamics. Most importantly, mentorship reminds you that you are not navigating challenges only. It also builds confidence and helps you grow internationally and nationally um, with good intention rather than accidentality.
Thank you, Rohit, for that answer. Yes, definitely. The mentorship not only helps you to succeed in the bench, but also being well communicated with your team, and also it helps to develop leadership skills. And can you please give us an example when uh, there was a time when you felt you needed a mentor?
So obviously, I actually work as a medical technologist back in Nepal. I work in there in different hospitals and organizations like INGO and even the governmental hospital like Civil Service Hospital at Min Bhavan. And then I moved to the USA as an immigrant. And then I had to go to the school, just to understand how the education system is here in USA and how we can develop our skill to align with the healthcare setting in the USA. Okay, and then after my school, I started as a medical technologist, and I work at Cleveland Clinic, like you said, for 5 years, which is one of the biggest hospitals throughout the globe. So I had an opportunity to learn, alongside with the leadership there, and that actually made me to think about leadership role. And then you know, um, when I actually took this opportunity to work as a leadership role in this hospital, one time I truly felt I needed a mentor was when I transitioned into the leadership role. Being technically strong in the lab is very different from leading people. Um, I work in various labs, various departments, various people, but it's still, I was like a little bit nervous. Suddenly I was responsible not just for results, but for the performance conversations, conflict resolution, staffing shortages, productivity metrics, and maintaining morale of the team while still ensuring patient safety. That shift can feel isolating. And we Nepali technologists and technicians, we are very few in United States, and I got a little bit guidance, and sometimes there were no guidance at all. I needed guidance on how to balance accountability with empathy. A mentor helped me understand that leadership isn't just about having all the answers. It's about asking right questions, staying consistent, and making fair and consistent with the team, and then also data-driven decisions. Mentorship actually helped me develop confidence in difficult conversations with my leadership and also my fellow co-workers and my team. And that helped me to reinforce that leadership is a skill you build, not something you are simply given.
Thank you, Rohit. It truly matters when you are working across the globes, and definitely you have to learn through new systems. And education will definitely get you there, but also having a right mentor at the right time, that makes a whole lot of difference. So also one thing like I wanted to ask today, do you have any words for the young professionals who are new to the field and seeking mentorship about how to start their journey in laboratory medicine?
Definitely. Thank you for that great question, Ashwiniji. I actually landed at in Maryland State in 2013, and then I was actually navigating through different uh, online platform to search jobs. Okay, and then I was looking for the jobs as well as I was actually thinking to pursue my career. So I have that experience and knowledge what kind of different burdens and obstacles that we needed to go through as an immigrant when you first land in the United States, which is called land of opportunity. To young professionals in laboratory medicine, I would say first master your fundamentals. Competence builds credibility. Be curious, intuitive, ask questions, and truly understand the science behind what you are doing. Second, seek feedback early and often. Growth happens when you are open to learning, even when it's uncomfortable. Third, mentors, but also be a good mentee. Be prepared. Be respectful of their time and apply what you learn. And finally, remember that laboratory medicine is a patient-centered profession. It's not only about us being happy, but also we are directly connected with the patient-facing activities. Even though we may not always see the patient, every specimen represents a patient and a person. Keeping that perspective will actually um, guide your integrity and your purpose. If you stay committed to excellence and professionalism and continuous learning opportunities, that will follow.
Definitely. Thank you for sharing that insight, Rohit. Uh, Young professionals should definitely be mindful of the time of the mentors and try to keep those conversations short and of course seek feedback for improvement. I totally agree with that aspect. And in your current role, Rohit, I see that you are a clinical laboratory manager at Catering Health. How do you keep your employees motivated at work? And what is your success mantra for leadership in laboratory medicine?
That's another great question, Ashwiniji. So, working at the hospital, it's totally different than working in other companies. So, as a laboratory manager at Catering Health, I focus on three things. First, purpose, visibility, and growth. So first, purpose in the lab, it's easy to feel removed from patient, okay, because we don't always see them. I constantly remind my team what every specimen represents someone's parent or child, loved one. When people connect their daily work to patient impact, motivation becomes intrinsic, not just task-based. Second, visibility and recognition. That is also important for the team member. Laboratory professionals work behind the scenes and their efforts can go unnoticed. I make it a point to recognize accuracy, efficiency, teamwork, and even small improvements. A simple acknowledgement of a great catch or staying focused during a high volume shift goes a long way. Third, growth and involvement. I involve my team in process improvements, workflow discussions, and problem solving. When people feel heard and empowered to contribute, they become invested in the results and the outcomes. Motivation increases when employees feel they are part of the solution, not just following instructions. And during staffing challenges, it is sometimes very hard, and you need to navigate through it because we work in a patient setting and we cannot leave our work environment abandoned. So, which we all experience, and I always stay transparent and honest. Honest communication builds trust, and trust fuels engagement.
Thank you, Rohit, for that great answer. And definitely having a purpose, sense of acknowledgement, and motivation goes a long way to our employees. And definitely that will also help them develop leadership skills. And another question that I had with your extensive background in social organizations, including past president of ANSMLS and past president of International Nepali Literary Society. Did you balance your roles within several organizations with work commitments?
Yeah, so work-life balance is very important for everybody, and especially you work as a leader and even as a technologist. Um, these positions are actually considered high-paid jobs, and it costs a lot of money. That means hospital always focus on three different things. So first is a patient experience, second is a employee engagement, and third is a finance, which is related to the productivity. So if you cannot balance those things in your work, it's kind of hard to actually get through everything and get the outcome. So de-stressing and decompression, these two things are very important. And like you do exercise, you distract yourself to different things, like you meet with people and you get together, enjoy, have fun with them. These are part of life, but also these are mindfulness. Especially in the winter time, you cannot go out and work in the backyard or the front yard and in your garden. So like we are very fortunate that we have like online platforms to reach out to each other, social platforms to talk with people, your friends, relatives. As a part of that decompression and de-stressing, networking, actually being included in the organization, especially the Nepali organization. And we are here, and without our identity, we cannot do anything. And you cannot actually, be prominent among your people, or like, people living in Nepal. So one of the thing that I chose was, connect with some sort of organization which is like politics free, and you can actually, practice your belief and your language, and meet people. So International Nepali Literary Society is among those organizations, and I was very fortunate that I was the founding president of INLS Ohio chapter. Now I'm a past president for the chapter, and young girl, she is literacy activist. She actually took that role. Basically, it is actually helping me to connect with people. Like, we have ANSMLS, we are getting connected with the professionals. I'm actually connecting with the people who actually advocate, language and our cultural.
Thank you, Rohit, for sharing that insight. Definitely, getting together with the roots is very important to get connected with young professionals through Literary Society or ANSMLS. So we get connected to professionals in our field. So one final question that I had today was regarding the new suggestions for new ANSMLS. As a past president, how do you think NSMLS membership will benefit Nepalese American lab professionals, while there are several options to choose from in laboratory medicine?
So as I shared earlier, when I came to the USA, I knew very few professionals. So I think ANSMLS, the Nepalese Nepal America Society for Medical Laboratory Science, offers something uniquely valuable for Nepali, American lab professionals, that complements, not competes with other professional organizations. First, community and cultural connection. You know, Many of us in the laboratory medicine work in large um, hospital system, often, far from home, and sometimes we feel like we are a small voice in a big field. ANSMLS actually provides network where shared language, culture, and then we also talk about the laboratory profession and how we can actually get into this field back when we come to USA. Then ANSMLS, Ashwini, you actually started a mentorship program, and this thing will be very beneficial for the new experience and also the experienced professional who actually uh, come from Nepal. It can be a bridge for students and early professionals who may feel lost, trying to navigate certification, ASCP certification, especially to get into the field. So having mentor who have walked the same path can accelerate actually growth and reduces stress in the beginning. And also, even though we are a small organization right now, um, advocacy and representation is very important. When we participate in ANSMLS, we can amplify Nepali American voices in broader discussions, whether that's educational standards or certification pathways or work place recognition or community outreach. Collective voices carry more weight than individual alone. Another thing is, I think, collaboration and knowledge exchange. There are many organizations in laboratory medicine, so like ASCP and AAB, AMT, ASCLS, and state societies, specialty groups, etc. ANSMLS does not replace those, but it adds another layer of opportunity. Members can serve in ANSMLS with also engaging in other organizations like ADLM and ASCLS. So in fact, involving the multiple groups often accelerates leadership skills and broadens professional influence. And finally, giving back. So we actually took a lot from this field. After studies, basically I'm living by this job, and I have like a good life in the USA because I am a laboratory professional, and ANSMLS can create opportunities for community service, workshops, webinars, which we did quite a few last year during my tenure, where you were also the secretary, and scholarships. And one of our, a laboratory member from Nepal, he got sponsorship for the registration in ADLM conference. That's not just a career support, it's a legacy building. So while there are many professionals organizations to choose from, ANSMLS offers culturally anchored professional home, and that enhances learning, leadership, and community, and that make a real difference in a lab professional's career trajectory. If you want, um, I can tell her, further a lot, but the thing that I mentioned above, they are definitely important uh, for everybody, and we can get those from ANSMLS.
Sure. Thank you, Rohit, for that insight. Definitely, NSMLS members will benefit a lot with those cultural collaborations and also with the sense and purpose of giving back. And of course, our members are involved in different societies, and we want to work together in collaboration to succeed for the betterment of the field. With that being said, I'm giving the email address of our society. It's admin at ansmls.org, where you can submit feedback regarding this podcast program. And finally, I would like to thank our listeners, ANSMLS members, for joining us for the ANSMLS podcast today. And we'll see you soon in the next episode of the ANSMLS podcast. Thank you. Thank you, ANSMLS past president Mr. Rohit Bhandari, for accepting our invitation to join the ANSMLS podcast.
Thank you, Ashwiniji. Thank you for having me.